guys, Perkyy, and in today's video we have another reaction to theories on TikTok that will make you question everything. We're gonna go ahead and get into this video. Again, if you haven't seen the last video, kind of just an update, I updated the volume, so the volume should be louder, so you guys should be able to hear more clear when it comes to the videos. And then two, the video is now, how do I, y'all get what I'm saying, what I was saying? In other words, you guys should be able to see the video with no problem, because I know I have a lot of phone users that watch my video on their phone, so they were saying how hard it was to see the screen. So I made the screen bigger. Let me know if there's anything I need to fix. I'm here for it. I'm all ears. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into today's reaction video. First video up is from Horace. Not only are sports rigged, but there are magnets in the balls.
The rechargeable battery for the device. And then here's the actual transmitter. This is the on-off switch, so we can turn it off. These are the two wires from the antenna coming up into the transmitter.
And here's the key. The transmitter creates a current in the wire, which turns the ball into a pretty simple electromagnet. This time-lapse video shows how it's all put together. The ball is deflated and unlaced. The bladder is removed, and then a wire is wrapped around the bladder several times. The bladder is put back into the football, and then the antenna and the transmitter are epoxied together to make them more durable. Everything is then packed back into the football, which is laced back up and then reinflated. The weight is within the standard deviation of accepted professional football weights. The ball is carefully balanced.
If you think about a science experiment you might have done in school where you wrapped a coil of wire and then connected the coil of...
So not only is the NBA rigged, football's rigged, the NFL. Dang, just nothing is real no more. What happened to the real? This next thing I'm about to play, I just want to read this part. Shell sent over, I recorded these in my backyard not that long ago. Does anyone know what this is moving in the sky? You can barely see the first one moving, but it definitely is. There were two separate things within 10 minutes of each other. We got home footage or whatever this is. She sent two videos, so I'll show this one and then show the second one. The dog is going crazy. This is the second video. Oh, that is moving. What is that? I think this is cool that she has something that she was able to capture from home, but it's scary because what is that? Anybody out there want to answer Shell for us? Shell, appreciate you for sending over that video.
The truth about perception. Now, as most of us know, perception is being able to see, hear, and be aware of things. But I'm gonna tell you, perception is much more than that. Everything in life is based off perception. Our entire reality is based off perception. Now let's dive a little deeper. Ever since we were children, our perception has been manipulated, mostly through school, the news, a lot of TV shows and movies, religion, and the list goes on and on. We've been manipulated to have our true perception ripped from us. The people in control do not want us to think for ourselves. We see what they want us to see. We hear what they want us to hear. We believe what they want us to believe. But it's time we all wake up. I have to be careful of what I say because TikTok has been removing a lot of my videos talking about this.
News in hip-hop is that Takeoff was killed in Houston not too long ago. You know, what do you think about that whole situation?
Takeoff is Aaron Dotson, and he's very well. He's okay.
So Takeoff faked his death?
Yeah.
Okay, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
No. I just told you who he is. You can just, people can Google Aaron Dotson. Yeah, they can look up Aaron Dotson. They gonna see the eyes. They gonna see him there.
Okay, so who's Aaron Dotson? Let's look that up. wait. Okay, look. So I'm about to show you guys a picture of, why am I doing? I could just I can use my screen. It's cool. This is Takeoff, right? Okay, I'm about to show you guys who Aaron Dotson is. Now I'll show you guys a side-by-side comparison. I plead the fifth.
Join Esperanza Spalding for Holly Taylor, Narland Kelly, and Jennifer to join forces for
I caught that from the get-go. One more time.
Join Esperanza Spalding for Holly.
I get we throw hand signs up. I'm not about to do it. I've never thrown that up. That's not a hand sign that people normally throw up. Except if you're doing that and you're partaking in that, then of course. I'm telling you guys, they're pledging allegiance to their God right in front of our faces. And then got scared when she did it. Just to read that. Once you realize that their God is Yep, that's the one. Out of all my years of living, I've never looked into a conspiracy theory about Selena. I gotta check this one out.
We last left off with Selena showing us her loyalty to the elites. We also found out she had a secret affair with her plastic surgeon, Ricardo Martinez. Ricardo stated that the last time they spoke was the day of her assassination. She was planning to run away with him to Brazil. She never got the chance. Salma Hayek spoke about her being recruited to audition to play Selena in a movie about her life. Her father was already making plans about a Selena movie 1 week after her death. Most would find. That's suspicious.
That's very suspicious.
The theory is that Abraham had Selena taken out before she could run away with the doctor Ricardo Martinez. Her evil father was not going to let that happen. He saw more value in her death than her life.
That's horrible.
I kept searching for more information about Selena and the Quintanilla family, and this is what I discovered. Selena's sister Suzette was the one that busted in on them in the bus, and she was the one who told Abraham about their relationship. It was well known in Chris's book that Suzette always had a crush on him, but he never felt the same way about her.
Whitney Houston killers came into a hotel room, right?
Yeah.
That's a 5-star hotel, Hollywood Hilton, right?
Beverly Hills Hilton.
Can I ask you a question? Where the footage from the hallway? Where the footage from the hallway? Why we never saw the footage from the hallway? You know why? Because whoever had Whitney Houston had enough power to make that footage disappear.
But kill Whitney for what though?
That's what I was gonna ask though. What she was fighting for?
I'm gonna tell you what I think she was fighting for.
What do all entertainers do when they run out of money?
So they masters publishing.
What's the first thing they start looking at?
They publishing, they masters.
They publishing,
yes.
Their masters,
yes.
And all the royalties that I never got.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh. So Whitney Houston broke the Beatles record.
Yes.
Whitney Houston broke Elvis's record. Whitney Houston is the only black artist ever, not even Michael Jackson, to have 3 certified diamond albums. I Will Always Love You is the highest selling female song in world history. You understand me? Is she broke?
Facts. I ain't never heard.
Whitney was gonna order an audit on her publishing, her royalties, her masters. And there's somebody who couldn't afford that to happen. And that's why Whitney not here.
Yeah.
And isn't it ironic that Whitney Houston dies the same way that Jimi Hendrix dies? In a tub, in a hotel, allegedly from drugs. And we know why Jimi Hendrix was murdered, the greatest guitarist of all time, because Jimi Hendrix wanted to finance the Black Panther Party, but he didn't know that his agent, his manager, was an MI6 British intelligence agent.
What? Damn. Damn, they gonna have you mapped out.
And Prince was, because Prince didn't want to sell his unpublished music to Warner Brothers. And Michael Jackson was because he didn't want to sell the Beatles catalog back to Sony Records.
What you want to ask?
And R. Kelly went to jail because Sony Records wanted his catalog. R. Kelly is not in jail for, although that's wrong and he should be if he's guilty. But that ain't why he there. White folks been knew he was doing what he was doing. R. Kelly didn't go to jail till R. Kelly start questioning control of his masters. Bill Cosby goes to jail because the second largest oil company in the world wanted to drill under his home in Massachusetts and he wouldn't let him. And the reason they brought up the lawsuit with the ugly old white women is to financially bankrupt Bill Cosby, so he got to sell the house and the oil company gets the oil. So
Dang. When I said he said a lot, well, I got some answers that I had questions to.
Michael Jackson, the biggest name in music of all time? I'll be honest with you guys, I'm pretty sure his soul was sold, but here's the catch. I don't think he was the one who did it. And here's what I mean by this. I'm sure most of you know his background, but let me give you just a quick rundown of his upbringing. I'm pretty sure his dad was a big part of this. So his dad started the Jackson 5 and he was managing them. His dad's the one that got them on the map by putting them in talent shows. He got them on tour. He was managing their tours, all of this kind of stuff, right? I don't know if you guys remember this, but Michael Jackson went on Oprah and he said his father would brutalize him and his siblings to make them work harder and longer. He also said his father gave him a really hard time, especially on his nose. He said he had a really fat nose, which is kind of messed up to say to a kid. So here's the reason I wanted to tell you that. I want to look at a couple lyrics with you. And the song we're going to be looking at is called Money. So it says, "You call it trust, but I say it's just. And the devil's game of greed and lust. They don't care, they do me for the money. They don't care, they use me for the money." Now it goes on to say, "You would do anything for money, anything for money, anything for money. Would lie for you, would die for you, even sell my soul to the devil." So it's clear that he sold his soul, but I'm not sure if he did it personally, especially with his upbringing, the way his dad was treating him. To me, it seems like he was forced to be turned into some big prodigy. And then we see the evidence here, and now I'm going to show you some pictures of symbolism. Let's just get the elephant out the room. He's putting his hand on his eye on this one, and this is by far the most obvious picture out of all of them. Next, we have the cover of Blood on the Dance Floor, and immediately you can see the checkered flooring, which is resemblance of the Masonic temple. And if that wasn't enough for you, look at the bottom right, you see some pyramid-looking buildings. And just for reference real quick, this is the Masonic temple with the checkered flooring, and then you see the triangle in the middle, which is the Freemason symbol. And the cover of Dangerous probably has the most symbolism out of all of them. To start it off, right in the middle, you can see a triangle shape. On the right side, you can see the eye above the two pillars, which looks exactly like the Masonic temple pillars. And the weirdest one of them all is right in the middle, there's a little kid covered by the skull of an animal. It's just really ironic to me that he has this on the front cover of his page, because we all know what he was accused of. And I'm not saying he did these things or he didn't do these things, because technically he wasn't found guilty for this, but it is facts that he did pay off these families to drop the charges. And we won't really dive too much into this because it's all really conspiracies from here on out. Something I do want to touch on though is his relationship with Diana Ross. If you're not familiar with this situation, Michael Jackson met Diana Ross when he was 9 years old. He wrote in his autobiography that she was his mother, sister, and lover all combined in one. She was 14 and a half years older than Michael Jackson. Supposedly they had no sexual relationship, and who am I to say they did or didn't, but you gotta realize this woman introduced him into the music industry. I'm not gonna lie, my mind's kind of going crazy here thinking of all the things that could have went down. I mean, this guy had a tough upbringing, 10 siblings in a 2-bedroom home. His dad was really, hard on him. And getting involved with the music industry at such a young age, getting involved with Diana Ross when he was just 9 years old. I mean, dang, things are starting to make a little more sense why this guy had such a controversial career. So as Michael Jackson's career went on and he was rising to the level of fame he achieved, which is probably one of the most famous people in the world, that came with a lot of power, and people didn't like seeing Michael Jackson with a lot of power. They tried to strip away Michael of all of this power, so let me tell you what went down. He got into a very big conflict with Sony Records because they wanted to buy his catalog, but he refused to sell it. And when you refuse an offer from a record label and you piss them off, you're pissing off very, very strong and powerful people. And years back,
I'm smiling. Oh, I'm not smiling, but because this is the second time we've heard this today. This is deep.
Michael bought ATV Records for $47.5 million, which had the rights to a lot of music, including the Beatles, which is absolutely huge. So he was the owner of ATV, right? And before the conflict with Sony, he sold them half of this company for $95 million. They were on good terms at that point. So then they created Sony/ATV Music Publishing, which is huge right now. I mean, this is the company that owns Taylor Swift's music, I mean, Lady Gaga, all of these people. But you have to realize Michael Jackson was still a half owner of this company with all of this music, which is the Beatles and all the big music at the time, which means that he was still so powerful, and Sony hated this, especially the CEO. His name was Tommy Mottola. Now this is when some real conspiracies start to happen. So this guy Tony, the CEO of Sony, was super powerful, and he was using all of his connections to try and ruin Michael Jackson's image. And people are saying that all of the allegations that you hear about Michael Jackson was never true, and it was the doing of the CEO of Sony. People also say that this man's career was ended because of this. You have to realize these record labels have so much power, and the CEOs of these companies had even more power. So this leaves so many questions in the air. There's even conspiracies that Michael Jackson is still alive, and we're gonna cover that in another video if you guys want. They're saying that he was silenced so hard that he faked his own death, and he's still alive somewhere because of all the things they were gonna do to him and accuse him of. And well, if he fact is indeed dead, RIP Michael Jackson, then they're saying maybe they even had something to do with it. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what to believe, but I'm gonna do a lot more research on that fact because there's gotta be an answer somewhere, right? But the reason why he got to this point of his career was in fact because he sold his soul to the devil. I mean, how do you become the most popular name in the world, the king of all of music? I mean, there's got to be some other help there, right? I mean, there's got to be very strong people backing you. Talking about the Freemasons, the Illuminati, selling your soul to the devil. That stuff is real, guys. This is real life. I know I was kind of all over the place in this video, and I covered a lot of topics in a short amount of time. So let me know in the comments all of your thoughts on this, and let me know if I should make a conspiracy video, just uncovering all the conspiracies of his death. Is he still alive? All that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great day.
All these like devs all have the same pathway. It's always about money. I think that is just interesting because the world got enough money, in my opinion, but that's where the greed comes in, because it's like it's never enough. They want more. But my question was with those signs like this one. Now this one look fake, but I'm talking about the other sign, like the Sony is phony and all the other ones that he has. Sony sucks. Were those real? I just never see pictures of him doing that. Then again, I never really looked at pictures of him or like kind of seen him when he was out and about. So you guys let me know if those were real signs. If not, I mean, I thought it was funny, but if they're real, they're real. If they're not, they're just not.
Hold on. Why they kill? Why they kill Kobe? All right, I'm gonna tell you why they kill Kobe. No. Why they kill Kobe? You know why they kill Kobe? Yeah. All right. Because you see, he had his daughter, right? He was gonna make them put up the wage. He was gonna make them put up the wage for WNBA. Because if he wanted his daughter to play, if they wanted his daughter to play, he was like, yo, you're not gonna pay my daughter that. Yeah. So y'all gotta raise that.
But do you see how everything goes back and ties right into money? This is, I mean, it's a theory. It's sounding good.
The NBA don't like that. He's gonna start his own league too. So that's why they killed Kobe. That's why they killed Kobe. Yes, bro. He's about to raise money. He's about to do some whole other shit. She was nice. So he's about to do some whole hold on. Right. So they killed Kobe because he was gonna get a WNBA pay raise. Yes, bro. He's going against Whitey, bro. People for less, bro. He's going against Whitey, bro. He's going against corporate America, bro. And you said people for less. And you said dinosaurs ain't real. NBA. You said
no.
All right. No dinosaurs. So dinosaurs never existed? How we don't know? Dinosaurs don't exist? There was dinosaurs before humanity. No, bro. And when Jesus Christ...
Dinosaurs could have been in the flood of Noah.
What? They sound like they just be in the room just talking about anything. They just get their mind going. That's funny. Theories on TikTok that you guys have sent that will make us question everything. I love today's video. I'm trying to think of which one was my favorite. The Orlando Brown one, the one where he brought up Takeoff. I think that one was interesting. You guys keep sending over videos again. If you want to add the Discord, it's the first link in the description. Add the Discord, read the rules, add your videos to the conspiracy theory thread, and then we go from there and I just react to them. So shout out to all you guys in advance that will be adding the Discord. I really love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And speaking of each and every single one of you guys, I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all the love and support that you guys have been giving me. I gotta give all esteem, all glory, all honor to my Lord Yahuwah, my Adonai Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm blessed. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know me. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see y'all in the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul.